What's your spiciest video game hot take? That's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be going through people on Reddit's spiciest video game hot take. Make sure to smash that subscribe button for spiciest video game hot takes, and let's get on with this. I did not care for The Binding of Isaac. Damn, that sucks. Haven't played it, so I can't say. I should probably play it though. There are no actual this choice will 100% have consequences games out there. Frankly, most, if not all, choice-based games give you an illusion of choice because at the end of the day, the result is still the same no matter what choice you chose. This is not even a take, this is just factually incorrect. Take Detroit Become Human, right? Flawed game, yeah, but when it comes to the choice-based mechanics, it's incredible. Just take like Cora's story, right? So many different endings. Like she can just die over at Todd's house and we're done with that story. Like that's awesome. I love that. The Walking Dead is a great game. I really like the story, but this whole illusion of choice thing really bugs me. The choices, there were none. Like Clementine will remember that. No, she won't. She really won't. And if she does, it's like an extra bit of dialogue that means nothing. With games like Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, the choices you make actually leads to different things, and I really like that. Sure, not every choice will mean the same. Some things will still happen, but I think you can forgive that when so many other things lead to so many different things. I'm great at explaining, I know. FromSoft games are really fun. Only played Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring and Sekiro, but they are not really for everyone, and the community needs to stop making fun and hating people for not wanting to play them. Not wanting to spend 2+ hours learning a single boss is not a skill issue. It just means they're more sane than we who play the games. Yeah. I think like if a person tells me I don't play Soulsborne games, they're not for me. I don't really like the difficulty. I will always be like, that's totally fair. Some people don't really want the difficulty and they just want to have like a story, and so I just say that's fair. That's why the media is great, because there's so many different games you can play, right? You can have Dark Souls, which will really test your patience and your skill, and then you have a game like, again, The Walking Dead, which is just pure story, and so people can choose what they want. But there is a big difference between saying I don't play the game because it's too difficult and the game is bad because it's too difficult. The game is not bad. On that one, I will usually have to hit you with the I think that might be a skill issue, because that's, you know, it's made to be difficult and so many people like that. That's an opinion that doesn't really hold. God of War is overrated. I am sorry, but I was disappointed by it. God of War is great. I love God of War, but it is not the best game I've played. And why that is, can't tell you. I don't know. It does deliver a great story with great graphics, amazing combat, and all of that. It's really good, but it's not anything that I'm like, oh my god, when I finish the game. I think it was a great game. Same with God of War Ragnarok, but I've played better games. Is it overrated? No, I don't think so, but it's not my favorite game either. So I can see why some people wouldn't really enjoy the game, but I can't see why people would think it's a bad game. The Dark Souls soundtrack is heavily operated. I'm assuming they meant overrated. And the Zelda series has the best soundtracks out of any game series. Yes, the Zelda series is absolutely incredible, but the Dark Souls soundtrack is not fucking overrated, I can tell you that. If you mean like Gwyn's soundtrack, yeah, I can see why you would think that's overrated. I personally think it's an amazing song. Is it the best on the Dark Souls 1 soundtrack? No, I wouldn't say so. Firelink Shrine, Nameless Song, Ash Lake, Pinwheel, Ornstein and Smoke. I mean, come on. There are so many good soundtracks. It's not overrated, that's basically what I'm trying to say. It's amazing. Buying skins won't level up your gaming skills, just your look. Yeah, that's, yeah, no shit. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series are overblown and not worth it. There is nothing about either that comes across as exclusive. I don't know enough about Xbox Series to say if I agree. I have never played Xbox, so I know nothing about it. But PlayStation 5, so far, yes, heavily overrated. And I'm not just saying that because I don't have one and I still have a PS4. That's because I don't want to buy the PS5, because why should I? There are no games. Yes, I get to play Spider-Man 2, and that's it. It's a whole meme with PlayStation 5 has no games, but it really doesn't. Does it have higher graphics? Yeah, sure. But are they so high that it completely overshadows PS4's graphics? No, absolutely not. Yeah, sure, there might be a bit more shadows, and Joel's ballsack might have more wrinkles, but who cares? Like, that's something you have to be like, to see, or be really into games to notice. I'm not, so why should I care? Last of Us is the most overrated game I've ever played, and it's not even close. Great story, great characters, absolutely mid gameplay with some of the most beautiful but insanely boring level design I've ever seen. Every room is essentially a hallway filled with enemies until you get a cutscene. What's after that cutscene? Another hallway with a ladder you have to find. Boom, next cutscene, repeat for 10 hours. The best part of the game is the story, which was completely and horrendously butchered in the second game to the point where I genuinely would not touch the third game if someone paid me to. I've made a whole video on the first game and the second game. I talked a lot more on the second game. Go check that video out. I spent a long time on it. Please, 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 please. But I didn't talk as much about the first game. But I do think I kind of echoed these points. Great story, great characters, beautiful levels, but kind of mid gameplay. But that doesn't make me think that the game is overrated. Because with a story so good, and with a gameplay that is not incredible, but not awful either, I'm fine with it being as popular as it is. It makes total sense, and I agree that it's so popular. So no, I wouldn't say it's overrated. Mice on Venus is overrated, and the best Minecraft song by far is Aria Math. This is funny, because I listen to the Minecraft soundtrack so goddamn much, because it's just great to have in the background when studying or making videos and stuff like that. But if you tell me a name of a song on the Minecraft soundtrack, I will not be able to tell you what that song actually sounds like. Because if you play a song, I will recognize a song, but I will never be able to give you the name of it. Oh yeah, this one. Great song. Love it. But is it better than Aria Math? Hell no! Nothing can beat Aria Math. Also because it's Mice on Venus along with the... Oh god, what was that one called? Wet Hands, there we go. Cause I'm in fucking Minecraft. I am placing blocks and shit, cause I'm in fucking Minecraft. Oh my god. Is that fucking pig? Wet Hands and Mice on Venus are probably the most memed song of the Minecraft soundtrack, so that's kind of ruined them just a slight bit. Aria Math, on the other hand, can't be memed because it's so fucking good. Hey, just listen to this. So yeah, I agree. Mice on Venus, not overrated, but the best Minecraft song is by far Aria Math. I'm not a fan of Soulsborne games. It's not to do with the difficulty. I just find them boring and the combat sucks. No, the combat is great. Like, it's so simple but so effective. Dodge and hit, that's all it is, and it works. But if you don't want that, you can get some spells, you can get some miracles, all of that I've never used. In all my time of playing Soulsborne games, I've still never used anything other than melee. Because that's not for me. And that's why it's so great, because you get to choose what you want to use. Y'all are really Nintendo haters. Best video game company of all time though, and easily has the best games. No, it has great games, amazing games. So many incredible things have come out of Nintendo, but the company sucks balls. They are the most annoying bitches out there when it comes to copyright and all that. I remember Pokemon Brick Bronze on Roblox. I played that shit so much when I was a kid, or younger, and I love that shit. I love that so much. But then Nintendo just has to fucking flop their dick on the table, their mini dick, and say, "Oh no, you can't make that. You can't make that Roblox game. You're taking our Pokemon. Is it copyright? Yes, but fuck you." There's also this story of like a child who had made his own Nintendo Switch out of cardboard or something, and then they just sued the fucker. Is that a real story? I don't believe it is. Echo H9 always wanted a Nintendo console. However, due to being extremely poor living in Venezuela, it was just a distant dream. Using his creativity and with the help from his uncle, he made a cardboard Super Mario game and posted it on YouTube, and the video went viral. Thanks to the video, Nintendo CEO Doug Bowser personally traveled to Venezuela to give Paco a cease and desist order and sue his family for $200 million. Okay, yeah, it is fiction, but my god, it's funny. But that doesn't take away the fact that they have been very mean with copyright here recently. There have been a lot of things with Nintendo suing and all that. It's a company that just doesn't like fun, and that really annoys me. I know every company is kind of like that, but with Nintendo it's on a whole different level. But they do make some incredible games, you have to give them that. But it's not a good game company. All the Pokemon games are the same thing, and the stories are actual garbage lately. I can't say for sure. Last game I played was Pokemon Sun and Moon. It was also my first game, and that's why I have like this bias towards it. I really liked that game. Really liked Pokemon Sun and Moon when I played it, when it first came out. So I also got myself Heart Gold. I got myself Alpha Sapphire, which I was very mad about because I wanted Omega Ruby. And I got myself X, or was it Y? Something. Yeah, I think X, who cares? But I got myself those, and I just very quickly realized that these games are kind of the same thing over and over again. New story, yes, but you usually have the main thing of you're a young child, you get a starter Pokemon, you have a rival, you go out there, and there are these grunts that you will meet, and this evil team that you have to defeat. And then you defeat them at the end, and you get to meet the legendary Pokemons and get to try and catch them, and boom, you've saved the day as a 10-year-old child, and now you get to fulfill your Pokédex or some shit. I don't know if the stories lately are garbage, but they are very cliche, and they're getting very oversaturated, at least from what I've seen. People haven't really been happy with the recent Pokemon games either, and the only thing that's really changed is like the graphics and I guess also how you encounter Pokemon. Now they actually walk around 3D. I really like the X and Y look. I think it's you know, it retains its Nintendo look with a lot of cool Pokemon. And also with the new games, now we're up at like 1,000 Pokemon. Jesus Christ. Step the fuck back. They can't keep making Pokemon games, right? Too many Pokemons after a while, right? I saw that they made like a vacuum Pokemon. What the hell? They're just taking every single inanimate object and it's just saying, okay, that's a Pokemon now. Put some eyes on that bitch and it's a Pokemon. So, yeah. But you know, they still make a good amount of money, I think. So, I don't think they're gonna stop. Fortnite is a good game with a decent story when you ignore the toxic community and the cosmetics. Yes, story. Wait, wait, what? I guess the Fortnite events offers some sort of story. Who the hell plays Fortnite for its story? Fortnite is cancer, but I do like it. I do like Fortnite. I think it has great gaming. Yeah, great gaming. I like playing it with friends. I hate the build mechanic. I think that's where I draw the line. I will never practice building. I will never learn how to build because I don't want to feel like more of a loser than I already need to be. It's so cringe. I don't know why. I like when I see people good at building, I'm just always thinking, oh my god, dude, do something with your life, please. This is so embarrassing. Congrats, you can build Burj Khalifa in Fortnite in 5 seconds. Cool, that's great. Do your parents love you more? No. Fortnite is cool if you play zero build, and especially also if you play with friends. That's really fun. And I also think like if you do enjoy building, if you like how people can build so fast, so quickly, and how dumb it is to look at, if you're fine with that, sure, go ahead. I do think Fortnite is a fun game, so I can't hate on it. But yeah, the amount of skins recently and how you can get Ice Spice as a companion is the dumbest shit I've ever seen, but now I've just kind of gotten used to it. Roblox is a minor attracted person's, I'm scared of saying the actual word for the freak's wet dream. Roblox is just something made for kids. And yeah, there might be some minor attracted people in there looking to do something, I guess, but doesn't change the fact that Roblox is absolutely amazing for kids, and I'm glad it's there, because I had an absolute blast playing it when I was younger. And sometimes I still see like videos of Roblox games and how far they've come and what you can do with it and the creativity that you can unleash in Roblox and the fun games and stuff like that. And I just think that's awesome. I think there are probably a lot of Roblox game out there that I would enjoy. And I've also seen like Roblox horror has been thriving here recently, and I think that's great. That's lovely. So yeah, some minor attracted people might be in Roblox looking for some bad stuff, but it's not really doesn't really mean Roblox bad. Like, Undertale and Hollow Knight have some of the best OSTs in gaming history. That is not a hot take. I think a lot of people agree with you on that one. Animal Crossing is the most overrated game series of all time. There's nothing relaxing or fun in this game. It's just boring as hell. I feel like the game was made to make you fall asleep easier. That's just a preference thing. I have great memories playing New Horizons during the lockdown. I thought it was so goddamn relaxing. I loved it. I loved how everyone else was playing it. That's a good memory. I've never really gotten back to the game. I really want to go back and like start a new save file because I hate like jumping into a game after not playing it for so long and not being able to remember anything that I've done because that takes me out of the experience. With Animal Crossing, obviously, you don't need to be in the experience. You can just jump in, but at the same time, I kind of want to start over, you know, and make something new again. But the only thing stopping me from doing that is the fact that there's this time thing where spiders don't spawn when you're not in March or something. I want everything to be accessible to me, always. I still think Animal Crossing is a great game. I love it, and I'm glad that it's there. Do we need more games? No. Because yes, that's kind of where they start being very samey, but Nintendo is known for doing that, so hey. Breath of the Wild is a good tech demo and a terrible game. What the fuck? No, Jesus Christ. Breath of the Wild is incredible. So fucking good. Amazing open world, lovely vibes, I guess. Combat is fun, enemies are fun, objectives are fun. The shrines are great. Music is great. And the lack of music is also great. I love how you genuinely feel like you're just out in the world. There's not really any music playing. You're just there. But when music does appear, it's the greatest tunes you've ever heard. So, love Breath of the Wild. Legend of Zelda games are childish garbage. Fuck you! No, they're not! If you genuinely enjoy a game that was made for children because it has all the things that you want in a game, why shouldn't you be allowed to play that game? I don't understand that. People always see it as if it's made for kids, it's not fun. It's not enjoyable. No! That can still be incredibly enjoyable. All Soulsborne games are bad. They look awful. Aw, man. Man. Just some areas that come to mind here. Have you seen Altus Plateau? Have you seen Senpo Temple? Have you seen Modula? Have you seen Firelink Shrine? Have you seen Canehurst Castle? Have you seen Irithyll of the Boreal Valley? God! Look awful. What? The Wild's weapon durability system is good. Yes! Yes! So many people bitching about, I can't have my weapon! Yes, you can. Just find them again. My god. It forces you to adapt. Get new weapons. And if you lose all the weapons, there are so many ways to do combat in Breath of the Wild. It's why it's so great. You can throw bombs at those bitches. You can make like a metal thing, make like a balancing thing where you drop like a rock and it sends them up flying into the air. Like, what game has that? If they just give you the goddamn Master Sword and just go out there and hack and slash your way through everything, it's boring as fuck. Breath of the Wild's weapon durability system is something I want to see a lot of games implementing. Except for Dark Souls, because that is such a difficult game that you kind of need to have what you want. With Breath of the Wild, you can still survive even if you lose a good weapon. Come on now. People put too much weight on the length of games as if it's value. Dollars per hour. A concise game shouldn't be knocked solely on that factor alone. No, but take a game like Stray, for example. I think Stray could be a great game if it just was a bit longer. I think if you pay a lot of money for a game that takes 4 hours to beat, yes, you can replay it, but you're gonna get a bit bored of it after a while, and with how much money you spend on it, you're gonna feel a bit scammed. I think the price should definitely also depend on how long the game is. Because I will not be paying $60 for a game that lasts me 5 hours. I will just never do that. The refrains of "it's supposed to be hard" is used to excuse a lot of poor design in the Soulsborne games. Some people do that, which is annoying, but if a game is supposed to be hard, and you die to it, and you get mad, then I'm sorry. It's supposed to be hard. But there are quite a few bosses and areas that just don't work very well. For example, I adore Dark Souls, but yes, of course, the Bed of Chaos is horrible design. Capra Demon is horrible design. And if people start complaining about that, I will say, that's fair, because yeah, it does suck. But if there is a boss that works very well, and you're just saying, well, this sucks because I'm dying a lot, then I'm sorry. It's because it's supposed to be hard. Most JRPGs are bad games. Horrible writing, confusing storylines, either outdated or overly convoluted mechanics, also usually way too long. The only JRPG I've actually played is Persona 5. Also a bit of Persona 4. But Persona 5 is one of my all-time favorite games. I love it so much. But do I think it could be shorter? Honestly, no. I'm glad that it has such a length, because it really is an experience. And it makes sense. But it definitely could be padded out here and there. So, yeah. But it depends on what JRPGs you play. I could definitely imagine a lot of JRPGs not being very good. But Persona 5 does it right. And also Persona 4. Haven't played it myself, but I've seen other people play it. And I know the story and all that. And I can tell that this is also a good game. We've reached a point where the graphics don't need to be any better and worlds don't need to be bigger. And the push towards either of those is killing AAA gaming. Yes! Take fucking Undertale, right? Usually, first impressions of that game is it looks ugly. It doesn't look good. But when you play it, you realize graphics don't mean jack shit. If a game advertises itself to have good graphics, then yes, I'm going to care about the graphics. But if a game wants to tell a good story, wants to have good gameplay, I will not give a shit about the graphics. And I honestly appreciate it more if it's a bit more cartoonish, if it's a little bit more video gamey. The point of video games for me is that it's different from real life. Why would I want it to look like real life? I don't understand that. Yeah, I can see why games like God of War, why games like Last of Us wants to be more realistic looking. I get that if it's like a serious game. But there's a reason why so many indie games are so popular, because they don't spend so much time trying to make the graphics good. They instead spend more time on the things that matters more for so many players, that being story and gameplay. There's no point of why you play a game. It's gameplay. It's in the word gameplay. Hollow Knight is bad. No, it's not. From what I've only made 2 episodes of it, but I can tell that, and I can already see why people like it. I don't think it's gonna drop in quality for the rest of the game. I think it's gonna stay with what it is. But I'm not gonna be making more episodes of it because I didn't enjoy making videos of it. It was kind of a game that I felt like I wanted to just experience on my own and just play it and be a bit more relaxed with it. Explore a bit more, look at things, because when I make videos, I'm all constantly thinking of I need to do some sort of progress, I need to get somewhere before ending the video. And so this whole exploration thing just stresses me out, because like I need to find these things quickly so I can get on with the game, so something happens in these episodes. If not, I'm gonna have to end up having to make like 50 episodes of this game, and that will just kill me inside. I will just start disliking the game more because of that, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just gonna play it on my own instead, and I think I'm gonna have a great time with that. But the 2 episodes that I made, I feel like they captured my feelings on Hollow Knight pretty well. I don't think I'm gonna like the game less the more I play, but we'll see. If so, I'll probably say it one day. Let's take one last hot take. Ooh, here's one I agree with. Silent protagonists fucking suck. It doesn't make me feel like I'm actually the character if the main character doesn't talk. It just makes me think I'm playing a mute. Yes! That's one thing with Breath of the Wild that I was just kind of about. Give him a voice, my god. It's so embarrassing watching Link just stand there not saying anything. And the character's like, so you told me the story the other day, and you're like, what? So he isn't mute, what? And like, if he told you the story the other day and I didn't, how is that gonna make me feel like I am Link? You will never make me feel like I'm the character in the game. You will never make me feel like Link when playing a game. You will never make me feel like Mario. You will just make me feel like I'm the one controlling Link, which is fine by me. Give him a voice, my god. I think Persona 5 is close to doing it well, where they actually do give him a voice. He does have some voice lines here and there, but there is not as often. But I still think they could have gone more in on having him say stuff, because when you have these long scenes with a lot of dialogue, everyone's talking, but you are not saying yes. You're probably jumping in with a little sentence here and there. That feels very unnatural, and I just kind of want Joker instead to just jump in and say stuff. And sometimes you were able to pick what he's then gonna say, so you can kind of lead him in what dialogue you want to come out of his mouth. You get to pick what he says, but sometimes you don't, and that's fine. So yeah, I think games should give their main characters voices more. I'll be shocked if people actually find themselves thinking they are the main character. Like, as a player, you will think of yourself as the one controlling the main character. You won't think of yourself as the main character. I can't see that being a thing. But yeah, give them voices, that would be great, thank you, but it doesn't ruin a game either, it's fine. Okay, thanks for watching this video. If you agree with me, that's great. If you don't agree with me, let me know in the comments, I would love to hear it. I would love some more insight, and I can then decide if you've completely changed my mind or if I still believe in what I said, and then I can maybe, then we can maybe have a discussion, would be fun. So yeah, leave a comment if you want. You can also just subscribe, that would be great, would really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to smash that subscribe button. You can also leave a like, leave a comment, share this video with a friend. Anything is much appreciated, and yeah, I will see you in this video. Bye bye.